Hi guys!
My name is Lauren.
My name is Karen.
This project is called
Video Exposé.
So in this video we will explain to you about biography of Howard Gardner and his 8 multiple intelligence.
And we also talk about the national exams in Indonesia, and also we have study tips for all of you.
And don't forget our interview with our classmates and seniors.
Now we're going to watch about Howard Gardner's biography and the 8 multiple intelligence.
Howard Gardner was born on July 11, 1943 in Scranton, Pennsylvania, United States. He was an American cognitive psychologist and an author. Gardner's theory inspired teachers, school leaders, and special educators to embrace the notion that there are many ways to be intelligent. Gardner was the son of Jewish refugees from Nazi Germany. He was a studious child who loved to read, and he developed into a gifted pianist. Gardner undertook most of his formal training and graduate work at Harvard University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in social relations in 1965 and a doctoral degree in developmental psychology in 1971. His many academic appointments included a professorship of neurology at Boston University School of Medicine and a professorship of education at the Harvard Graduate School of Education.
Multiple intelligences refers to a theory describing the different ways students learn and acquire information. These multiple intelligences range from the use of words, numbers, pictures, and music to the importance of social interactions, introspection, physical movement, and being in tune with nature. Gardner discovered these 8 different kinds of intelligence. There are musical, visual, kinesthetic, intrapersonal, interpersonal, logical, linguistic, and naturalistic.
Musical intelligence. People who has the musical intelligence has the strength in rhythm and music. People who is strong in this intelligence are good at thinking in patterns, rhythms, and sounds. Has strong appreciation in music. Visual or spatial. Visual and spatial intelligence are strong in visualizing things. These individuals are often good with maps, charts, videos, and pictures. Kinesthetic. Kinesthetic intelligence are strong in physical, movement, and motor controls. These individuals are said to be good at body movement, performing actions, and physical controls. Linguistic. Linguistic intelligence have strength in words, language, and writing. People with linguistic intelligence are able to speak and use words well, both in writing and speaking. Interpersonal. Interpersonal intelligence are good in understanding and relating to other people. They are good at understanding and interaction with other people. Intrapersonal intelligence have strength in introspecting and self-reflection. People with strong intrapersonal are good at being aware of their own emotional states, feeling, and motivation. Naturalistic intelligence are strong in finding patterns and relationship to nature. These individuals are more tuned in with nature and highly aware about climate change. Logical intelligence are good in analyzing problems and mathematical operation. These individuals are often good at math and analyzing problems by logic. After we watched the Howard Gardner's and his 8 multiple intelligence, now we're moving to the multiple intelligence test result.
So my strongest multiple intelligence is intrapersonal, which I think it is true because I love reflecting to myself and I can control my emotions very well. And my weakest, which is interpersonal, which I think is very relevant as well because I don't really like socializing with people and I'm actually introvert 80%, so I don't really like to meet with people and I love me time more than ever.
As you can see, my highest intelligence is the visual or spatial intelligence. For me, I think that's true because I like drawing and sometimes I can also imagine places without searching it on the internet. And for my lowest intelligence is the naturalistic. For me, I think this is also true because I hate bugs, I don't like outdoor stuff, and I hate dirt, especially muddy surfaces.
Now, we're going to take a look at our friends and our seniors' preparation for their national exam. Let's take a look at the interview.
I usually study 2 weeks before the exam day and I will review the studies before the exam.
I usually study at my room because it's peaceful and calm.
It's evening because I only have time in evening.
I usually study at night because in night you can memorize things better than in the morning.
I prefer studying in a silent place so I could concentrate and I could study more. Depends. If in a group, I like it because it's more fun and enjoyable, and if I'm studying alone, I will easily focus.
I prefer memory-based school subject because I'm bad at math.
I think that the calculation-based school subject is more easier for me because I didn't need to memorize anything. I prefer studying long before the exam day because I could easily memorize them and I would not be panicked before the day of the exam. I think it is important because it is for our future and it would give us knowledge about this world.
Examination come up, I pray first before I study because that is the important thing that I should to do. And then the second is I review all of the material that teacher taught to me and I make a summary about the materials so it helps me to memorize all of the materials for the examination.
Well, it depends on the environment. If the cafe, or for example, if the cafe is so quiet, I would go to a cafe. But if there is no quiet place, I think it would be better for me to stay in a room. But besides that, if there is an open space like savannah or park, it is good for me too.
face the national exam, exactly I study in the morning until in the night, because this is totally different with daily exams or tasks, because this is national exam, so it needs more preparation than usual tasks.
I am a different person when I am on ninth grader. Now I like to learn outdoor than at home, because when I'm home there's a lot of things I can do besides study. So I can play games, I can sleep, I can watch anime. But when I'm ninth grader, I study at home, because if I study not outdoor, I'm gonna easily distracted.
I prefer in a crowded more, because if it's too silent, I don't know, I just don't really like it. I study alone and it's really silent.
When the national exam comes, I prefer to study with myself rather than doing it with my friends, because actually I feel that I could be more focused with myself rather than with a lot of people. But in the same times when I have difficulties, I also try to ask with my friends if I cannot answer it, or if I cannot find the way to solve the problems just by myself.
I studied mostly all of the time with my private teacher, because I've been struggling with some kinds of like math or physics or chemistry, just like that. For me, memory, like biology, because if calculations, like we must memorize all of the formulas, but yeah.
Well, actually, I always want to be prepared for a long time before I face my exam. But in reality, I always study at night before the exam.
I think studying is important, and why are my reasons is because it has connection with your future, and whatever you do now, it will impact on, I don't know, it will be on your future, or it will be on your studying career and even your character. So it is very important.
So now, after we know what our friends and our seniors answers, we're going to take a look at the history of national examination in Indonesia.
History of national exam in Indonesia. National exam. National exam in Indonesia, which is abbreviated as UN or UNAS, is a student national assessment before the graduation. The lessons for UN are usually the typical lessons like math, Bahasa Indonesia, English, and sciences. There is a lot of evaluation that happens before to improve the educational system.
In 1950s until 1965, in this period, the examination was called as Ujian Penghabisan, the final of examination. All the questions are made is based on essay. In 1965 until 1971, the national exam in this period was famous as Ujian Negara, country examination.
1972s until 1979. Each school or a group of schools did independently the examination, which location and schedule had been arranged. 1980s until 2001. In this session, the name of examination was abbreviated as EPTANAS or Evaluasi Belajar Tahap Akhir and EPTA or Evaluasi Belajar Tahap Akhir. The average score must not be less than 3. It was no problem for the student got under 3 in several lessons, as long as the average of their EPTANAS score was more than 3. In 2005, the passing score raised to 4.25. The students who didn't pass UN Part 1 could join UN Part 2. In 2006, the minimum score must be more than 4.25 for each lesson, where the minimum average score was 4.50. There was no remedial for the student who didn't pass the exam. In 2007, there was no remedial. The students who could not pass the exam should take ujian paket A, B, dan C. 1950s until 1965. In this period, the examination was called as ujian penghabisan, the final of examination. All the questions are made is based on essay. 1965 until 1971. The national exam in this period was famous as Ujian Negara or country examination. In 2008, UN for senior high school regulation had changed. The total lesson for senior high school UN raised into 6 lessons within 3 lessons before. In 2009, the standard for passing grade was changed. The minimal average score should not be less than 5.50 for UN lesson. In 2010, if the student wanted to pass UN in this year, they should reach minimum at 5.50 for the average score.
In 2010, if the students wanted to pass UN in this year, they should reach the minimum of 5.50 for the average score.
In 2011 and 2012, there were 5 packages for the test. The students in a class could get the different packages of the test. It was aimed to minimize cheating among students. In 2013 and 2014, the curriculum issues happened in this year. There were many pros and cons of changing curriculum in K-13, which is curriculum 2013. In 2015 up to now, the government has developed UN system into CBT, or computer-based test. Unfortunately, not all schools can use the system because of the facility.
After we know the history of national exam, now we're gonna give you 5 tips to prepare for the national exam and to improve your study. we are learning about who is Howard Gardner's and the 8 multiple intelligence,
the history of national exam, and 5 new study tips. May this video be useful for you guys.
Thanks for watching. My name is Karen.
And my name is Lauren.
We are from Group 2.
Keep studying and good luck for your tests!